What's going on, everybody? Tuesday Night Live. I thought I'd try another night out, see what's going on with everybody. Oh man, my back, dude. I tweaked it. It does hurt. Trying to lift something that I probably shouldn't have been trying to lift. Make sure everything's working, guys. We're on another day. We're Tuesday night tonight. Usually Sunday nights we do these lives, and just put in the comments you can hear me. Everything's working good. I posted at the very top pinned comment. You can come on live if you want to. I'm trying a new night out because I want to see if there's anybody that wants to come on that really can't make the lives on Sunday nights. I thought it would be good to just add another night to the lives, and just bring it in to where everybody cannot make it or whatever, and have everybody in here. What's up, guys? I see y'all coming through, man. Jeff, everything's good. Check, perfect, good. James, loud and clear, man. That's what I'm talking about. Let me put y'all up there on the screen. There we go. So if anybody watches it back, they can see because a lot of y'all watch the videos the next day when y'all are mowing and everything, if you wasn't able to catch the live. So this kind of helps out where people can see the comments that are rolling through. Dalton, what's up, man? Good evening. Yep, how you doing, man? Did y'all get any rain today? Anybody getting the rain today? We've been getting rain every single day since I've been back from Mississippi. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and they're showing rain tomorrow. So a lot of rain coming through Alabama right now. What's up, man? Got his hand up. Let's go. We're in it, man. We're in the live tonight. Now, we probably won't go as long as we do on a Sunday night because I know everybody's got, same way with Sunday nights. You got to work and get after it. So, but yeah, man, I just wanted to come on here. Any of y'all guys, man, if you got time, you're welcome to join the live with me tonight. I'd love to interview y'all, anybody. And this is for the guys that really can't make it on Sunday nights, like I was saying. This kind of gives everybody opportunity, and it makes it where I can trying to figure out if I can do 2 lives a week, depending on how many people show up in the lives. I know we have a good bit that come in Sunday, and everybody knows about it on Sundays. This is just something new that I'm trying out. I text a couple of my buddies, see if they wanted to come on lives. I got buddies in the lawn care community in my area, and one's still working. He's out still getting it. And the other one said he's talked out after talking to everybody today, so he didn't want to join. So kind of shot down. I asked Chase. Chase is working tonight at the fire department. Y'all know Chase out there at CR Lawns. He's out there at the fire department tonight. He said once he gets through sweeping the floors and mopping them, that he would tune in and at least listen and all that. But he's at work tonight doing his shift, 24-hour shift, man. So yeah, I posted that video today working on that mower, and man, it's a pretty good mower, man. But my picking up that big fan I bought, it's a mist fan that isolates, and I was just going to try to gun-ho it up, stick it on the stand, and while I was doing work in the shop, I was going to see how good it cooled down the shop. Man, I pulled something deep in my back, man. Whew. So going through that video, I was trying to get it done. Didn't show y'all me pouring the oil in there. I didn't show y'all me draining in the drain pan. I was just kind of rushing through that video just to pop y'all out a video or 2 a week. I think that's pretty good. Heck, I picked up like 4 subscribers from doing them 2 videos the last 2 days. So I'm at 660 subscribers. So, hey, hats off to y'all guys. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the views. And, yeah, like everybody, we're trying to grow this channel. We're trying to grow these lives. So, pretty awesome. Dalton got a question. Let's see what we got here. Thought I'd never say it, but thank the Lord, no rain yesterday or today. The 13 days before that were another story. Mowing in slow motion with the wet grass and thick grass. Yeah, wet ground and thick grass. I get it, man. it's been raining every day. My guys are still getting the list done. They're having to move around. They're having to slow down. And yeah, but ain't you loving it that it's still raining throughout late in the season? It's going to push us on into August, September. Hopefully not have any droughts this year. I know everybody's area is totally different, but here in Alabama, I think Georgia was getting a pretty good a bit of rain. Chad down there, he's lower Alabama. He's getting some rain. So pretty cool, man, that we're all still getting some rain. I don't know, Brandon, are you getting much rain now towards late in the season? Because I know you was in a pretty heavy drought there for the longest. So Jeff's saying they're supposed to be getting some rain Friday. So that's good, man. If we can get, rain once a week, like I said in the live Sunday, if we can get rain, twice a week, as long as we can get some rain and not get completely, dried out. Yeah, Brandon, look at that. All right, man. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Push your season on a little further, man. We're finally getting rain. That's great, man. I'm happy for everybody, man, on a whole lot of things or whatever. If we can get some rain and all that kind of stuff, man, it's pretty cool. So, yeah, if you ain't y'all share these lives out for me too, man. It really helps pushing it out to grab in to get more of this great community that we have. And I've been trying on the back end to text people, maybe email people about wanting to try to join in, because I would love for this thing to grow and, bring in different faces to the live and interview other people. I think we got a good one going to be coming on this coming Sunday. I think Chase is going to be on there, and then we're going to have that guy from Canada. I think he's going to try to join in with us on Sunday night. So, yeah, that's going to be pretty cool, man, to start bringing in other people to this live community that we have. It's pretty cool. So, anybody, let me see. Here we go. We got Dalton in here again. It says, I'll take all the rain we can get, though. Fescue is thriving when it usually burns out. Oh, so it's thriving right now when really it would be burning out by this time. So, yeah, man, that's awesome, dude. That's pretty cool. So, yeah, that's really cool, man. So, anybody got any questions they want to talk about? I think, it's pretty good that y'all come in here, give me some questions that maybe I can help y'all. I don't see Tar Heel in here yet, but Tar Heel, man, gave me a great comment. I talked about him in my video that, he's like, hey, man, why don't you try to do a day in the life of what your part of the business is, which I think is pretty cool. I'm going to try to figure that out. I just don't go and bid every day, and I don't go and, look at properties every day. It's when they call me and all that. So, but still telling you the life of, managing two guys out in the field. I try to talk to Roberto in the mornings, let him know what schedule he has, what he needs to go do. A lot of times the night before, we'll talk on the phone, and he'll ask me, hey, where we're going to be at tomorrow. And I ask him, hey, do you need any money in the truck or in the mowers or whatever? And a lot of times I'll leave it in the cup holder for him, and he could stop in the mornings and grab their ice. I give a little extra for that so they can buy their ice and their waters and, be prepared for that day. So, yeah, pretty cool. Let me see. Yeah, I'm just trying to see how this night is going to do, how this live is going to be. We got like 6-7 of y'all in here right now. Pretty cool for letting y'all know probably an hour ahead of time that I was going to be live. And once we start establishing if we're going to do Tuesdays and Sundays, I'm sure it'll grow as it goes, just like it did on the Sunday night lives and everything, which is cool. So, Anybody got any questions they want to talk about? Because I know we hit off with a bunch of good stuff Sunday night, talking about uh, numbers, talking about how you charge for mulch and pine straw and all that. And we got into depth with taxes and all that kind of stuff. But I wanted to come on here too and say, because of the Sunday night live, I know there was some people coming in, or a person come in that was really hating, but I don't mind bringing them people in or whatever, I mean, we're in a country where we can debate. We can talk about, what we got amongst ourselves in the business form, So me putting that on there, showing, because he said, I ain't made six figures, no way, with two guys and all that. I want to come on here and apologize for that, just showing my numbers. I shouldn't have done that. It's kind of crazy when I'm one of these people that, I want to be real with y'all. I want to be upfront with y'all. I'm on here, giving my advice and giving my thoughts on what you could do to grow your business or whatever. And I don't want people to think I'm fake, so definitely didn't want to, come across as flexing or anything like that, because I'm very humble, very blessed to what I have and what I do. So I definitely wanted to come on here tonight and definitely express that, hey, man, you can do this. You can build your business up. Just a lot of hard work, dedication, being consistent, being upfront with your customers, have great communication. You can achieve your goal, in life, so pretty cool. All right. So I can talk about that right there. It says you can talk about the commercial bid today and the conflicts concerning it. So today I've put in a video and I talked about it last Sunday or whatever. They're wanting us to do this. It's like a plaza. It has like a Verizon. It has like a physical therapy place. It's a like a shopping center. It's got several buildings in it, and I've been going back and forth with them about it, and the grass is really tall. Y'all saw it in the video. The grass is super tall. They called me today. They're in talks about wanting me to tear it all out and put sod up there, and that way they don't have to worry no more about the maintenance of the trimming bushes. And I try to tell them it's not really that big of a different figure than what I got already on the price. You're going to say like $50 a month, year round, if I don't trim them, but they're like, yeah, we might do something like that. And plus the building side, it's got windows and we want people to be able to see out, and it's all grown up. And I get that. And I was like, well, if I tear it out, it's going to be so-and-so dollars, and, they were like, well, let me talk back to the owner and all this or whatever. And I finally just told her, I said, look, what do y'all have a budget or anything? Or y'all want it the cheapest y'all possibly can? And she flat out told me, and she said, yeah, we want it cheap. We want it the cheapest we can get. And I'm like, well, I mean, I might not be your guy, because I want things to be right, do it right. And, the way things cost nowadays or whatever, I'm not your cheap guy. So I flat out told her that. And I said, do y'all have a budget on trying to tear that out? I gave her a number. And she said that she would talk back with him or whatever, because I wanted to, be done with it unless they want me to do the job, because I don't want to spend so much time, even though we do free estimates and everything, guys, but, 2 or 3 times going over to a property and looking at it and discussing back forth with them or whatever, that's eating my time up. They're not paying for my time, So, was I in the wrong to do that? Was that the right thing to try to tell them? Well, I deal with a lot of commercial sites and everything, and they will try to get you over there and over there and over there, and then they try to take on the cheapest bid or whatever. So all that time and effort that you focused in on there, they're just gonna you're gonna lose out, So I pretty much now, I don't know if it would be the best thing to do if you're just starting out trying to win the job and everything, but as you grow in your company and get bigger or whatever, it's probably, you'll probably start seeing things and be like, well, here's my number, call me if y'all want me to do it or whatever, because I'm not going to spend no more time dealing with y'all. We got too much stuff going on. We got other commercial properties. We got other residential properties. Here it is. If you don't like it, then, find somebody else. And then it's kind of like, they're in South Carolina and here I am in Alabama and they're wanting me to take care of their property and want me to do it really, really cheap, but they can't find nobody else because they're not in this area. So. Yeah, Brandon. Yeah, being the cheap guy brings horrible customers. You don't want to be the cheapest guy out there. You want to be competitive with your other people or whatever, and he's totally right. You don't want to be the cheap guy. You don't want to be known as the cheap guy. And I tell everybody too, man, and I don't know if y'all know this or not, but like, if you get every single bid that you're bidding out or whatever, you might want to raise your prices up a little bit, because usually you're only going to get about, you can get 40 or 50, maybe 60% of the bids that you're putting on or whatever. But if you're winning every single bid, people around you or whatever are seeing it that you're the cheap guy. You don't want to be the cheap guy. Because then, I think Ray made a comment in the last Sunday's thing that if you have a flat tire or something, it might make you go bankrupt, or if you have a breakdown or whatever, it might make you go bankrupt. While all these other guys are pricing the jobs to where they need to be at, to where if something was to happen, you're not taking a total loss, you know what I'm saying? And especially, I told that lady too, hey, we're bidding this thing, but like, you want me to tear all this out and everything, I got to call 811. They got to come out and mark the lines and everything. And I told her I'm taking a gamble if I dig it and all that. If I hit a fiber optic line or whatever, I mean, it goes upwards into like $50,000-$60,000, depending on how big that fiber optic line is that you cut and break or whatever, and it shuts everybody's internet off all around there. You got Walmart right beside it. You got, all these big businesses right beside it. You can't rely on that. You can't just, you just can't take that gamble. And then how would you pay for it? You take a $50,000 lick, it would kill a company, so you got to watch out with some of these commercial companies or whatever they try to bring you in, and then they want you to have all these, license, insurance, and all that kind of stuff, workman's comp and all that. Well, if I'm going to have all that and pay all that per year, I'm not going to be cheap. I'm not going to be the cheap guy on the totem pole, because I got all my certifications and all that. I'm going to charge you. So let's see. And when you're the cheapest, everything these customers want done seems like they don't want to pay enough. Yeah, exactly. Seems like they don't want to pay enough and everything. And then they just, because they already know that you'll scoot down to the level that they want you to be at. If you try to price something else, well, they think, well, you do this for this amount or whatever. Why are you going to try to charge me this for this, And then you're like, yeah. So like, anyone wants to join? Okay, here we go. Yep, it's the first comment. Click into it. You can join the live. What's up, Tom? All my favorite people in Lee's building. That's exactly right, man. We're doing a Tuesday night live. I do my Sunday night lives, but I was thinking maybe I can get on here on a Tuesday night and bring in the people that, got church going on. You're doing your maintenance, getting everything caught up get started for the next week. Right now, we've already did our maintenance and everything. We've cut for a day. Now we're at home. We're resting in, for the next day. But, we're kind of caught up and we're trying to, we can relax a little bit on the couch and wherever, and maybe watch a little bit of Leaves live, So trying to change the day up just a little bit, man, and see who all we can get in here on a Tuesday night. So pretty cool. And I said too, we might not go as long as we do on a Sunday night, but I'm just testing the waters to see what a next good night would be for a live. And y'all let me know what y'all think. Is this a good night for you? I still want to I'm still going to do the Sunday nights a lot or whatever. We have built that up. It's pretty good. I just want to bring in another night. Maybe there's some other YouTubers or lawn care, people that, because a lot of them say, hey, we watch you the next day while we're mowing and everything. Sorry, we couldn't make it to the live that night. So this gives a chance for other people to want to join in. So, yeah, anybody else got any questions they want to bring in to me and everything and talk about? I'm all ears tonight. Not such a busy night, different from the other one. See any new faces or anything, like I said, and like she said up at the top, you can always come in and join in. And let's see some other faces, guys. Let's see somebody else, man. Even if you don't have such a big business or you're learning and all that, come on in here, man, and let's talk. Look at Jane. Tonight is my wife's bingo night, so this works out well for me. All right, man. That's awesome, man. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah. What's up, Tar Heel? Yeah, I mentioned you in the video today, man. You gave me a pretty good suggestion. I talked about it earlier in this live. Appreciate you being in here, man. So, we'll see how it goes, We'll see how it goes about doing the whole day in the life of lawn care managing a business or something, So, pretty cool. Willie. Hello, everybody. Hey, what's up? What's it say? So do you have 2 helpers? Yes, I have 2 helpers, Jeff. They go out every day. I manage them. They know the schedule. They, Roberto's been with me for several years now, and David started with me this year. And we have, I just send them out, man. I send them out and let them go and let them do what they need to do. And it works out really good. Appreciate you for seeing me on. Maybe share it out and let everybody know that we're on tonight for this live. We can talk about seasons down at the local dollar spot. yeah, we could do whatever, man. That's pretty cool, man. We could talk about it. I know I was in somebody's video, so I think it would be neat. I think it would be too, man, Tar Heel. I think it would. I think it would work out pretty cool. So, how are y'all pricing overgrown cleanups for mowing? I lost 2 days that I bet hadn't been cut in a month. They thought I was too high on price. Well, usually when I'm doing cleanups and everything, if it hadn't been cut in a long time, I'm charging way more than what definitely I would be charging to do a, regular maintenance for that job and everything. Even at the first of the year cleanups, that they didn't want to get their leaves up all year, and then they want to come in spring and call me to do a cleanup. Oh man, I'm charging outrageous because them leaves have fell, got wet, landed, fell, got wet, and then they're just stacked on top of each other, man. And then everybody knows out here, man, leaves, man, when they get wet and they get more on top and all that, it's a headache. Can't mulch them up that great. You're over there raking them up, trying to throw them away, but I don't really try to take on that much anymore, Dalton, because I've grown my business or whatever. So really, I don't do a whole lot of one-time cuts, one-time cleanups. I kind of stopped doing that probably about 5 years ago. Let's see. Oh, my wife said, yeah, I got it. Nope, he's in Missouri, babe. Sorry. Look like you ain't going to be doing no bingoing. Is that a no, it's not. It's a let me get it real quick. It's a Justin's, but it's a more qualitier Justin hat. I had it fitted. So I had it fitted, and then I had them shape it for me and everything. So, so it's kind of got like the custom shape on it and everything that I wanted. If I can get it to act right. So yeah, I don't have nobody in here right now, and I'm just talking. I don't have to have my ears on at the moment unless somebody else was to pop in here. So yeah, I can wear my hat right now. So this is my winter style hat, and then I wear the straw hats for the summertime and everything. So I wear these to try to keep my head a little warm in the wintertime. So yeah, we can rock it right now and everything. So, but that I hadn't did it in my videos in a pretty good while. But usually I'm known for wearing a cowboy hat every day. So trying to figure out how to share it. Yeah, it should be a button on the right on the inside where you can put it on there. Yep, it is a sexy lid, man. I like it. I like the old cowboy hats, man. Good evening, everybody. Us. What's up, Ron Zalon? What's going on, man? Look, even look at him. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, man, I'm glad all y'all are in here, man. It's like we ain't even changed, man. It's like we went from Sunday to Tuesday and just have all these guys in here again, man. So pretty cool, man. That's awesome. It's like we never even left. I prefer not to do cleanups due to the most are just too hard on equipment, not worth it to me. I have plenty of regular mowing clients that keep me busy. Exactly. That's why I said I stopped doing it about 5 years ago, because you're right. It's hard on your equipment. It takes you a long time, and people don't want to pay for the price of doing it. And that's why you find out a lot of the newer companies coming up, growing up, they're getting in that kind of work. You want to try to graduate yourself out of that kind of stuff, build your business. I know in the beginning I did it. Me and my wife did it, man. We spent a whole week cleaning a lady's yard up when we first started and made $200. I get it. Everybody does it. Hey, it's part of it. But once you start growing and developing more clients and all that, you need to kind of steer away a little bit from the whole cleanup process and everything. Some of them you can find that would pay pretty well and keep you going, but man, it just it ain't for me either, man. I get it. Let's see. What kind of weed eater blowers do you use, Echo or Steel? I run all Steel, and I have one Echo Edger, and we like it. And I would have a Steel one. My Steel one broke, and it was on a Sunday, and we were out cutting and everything, and we had a couple yards we need to do. I just run to the local Home Depot, grab one of their Edgers, and it's been on the truck for 2 years, and it's doing really, really good. So I would usually have Steel, everything Steel on the truck besides that. So, but hey, it's worked out really good for me. So yeah, I don't knock a whole lot of brands, guys. If you didn't know in my channel or whatever, I'm not a, I love Steel just because they sell them at Tri-Green where I go. That's where my dealer has. And I've always ran Steel because of that. I have run Echoes in the past, but I don't knock either brand or whatever. I think they're all pretty good. You get what you get out of them, and yeah, so it don't matter to me. Let's see. Any day of the week that ends in day is good for the retirement. Yeah, you're right. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up with y'all now. Now y'all are going strong, man. That's what I'm talking about. When you have a good host and a good people on, you will have people here. Yep, you're right. Let's see. Hanging in there like a hair in a I use Steel and Echo. Steel have been temperamental in the heat, but they have more power than Echo. Yeah, but I see we got the box truck. It kind of covers it up a little bit. We don't run open trailer. Now we do run the landscaping trailer, but right now we're probably running it about once or twice a week, really running the box truck now. And I think it probably helps. A lot of times we can leave that back door open and it will breeze in a little bit and try to help from vapor locking and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I really like. I've heard a lot of that from vapor locking on steel and everything with the heat. I've never had that problem. I did have it with a Kubota mower one time in my enclosed trailer. It would vapor lock all the time, but never any of my hand equipment and stuff. Brutal. And hey, what was the temperature? What was the temperature, Ron, in Florida today? And I'm going to try to catch back up with these. Do you do all of your maintenance on your equipment? Yes. Well, Tar Heel, my mowers and stuff, if it's small little things like changing the oil, spark plugs, fuel filters, air filters, changing blades, changing belts. Yeah, I do all that. But when it comes to bigger things and all that, I run my mowers every 3 years and I trade them in when they're in warranty. So if I have any spindle problems, now I've changed out spindles before and it's not terrible. And I've actually changed out a transmission on a mower one time. It was actually a Z970 set down. So I can do all that kind of stuff, but I like to keep them in warranty. My dealer support's really good. So yeah, I don't really, but I do the regular maintenance and everything. I don't pay for somebody to do that. You can save money by doing it yourself. Yeah, one of them needs to join tonight, man. I think it would be pretty cool, man. Have some new faces on here and everything. Tom, you're more than welcome. We already talked to your lawyers and everything. We done got that squared away. So you're more than welcome probably to come on here and talk a little bit more tonight. Let's see. Yep, see, if I have Tom on here dancing, and they will come, man. The show will get any brighter and bigger and all that. Oh, 90s with dead air. And that's hard to believe in Florida, man, because every time we're always in Florida, you got a constant wind. But if you're in 90s and dead air in Florida, whoo, I can imagine that's pretty rough, man. But I love it that when we go to the beach and all that kind of stuff, one thing that helps me, even sitting on the beach and everything, you got that constant wind. Because if we didn't have that or whatever, I'd be up there in the hotel room or the condo, and my wife and them, they love the beach, man. Beach ain't for me, because how I used to be, man, why do I want to go sit out in the sun all day long and soak up in the sun when I do it every single day? I don't want to be doing that. Let's see. Yep, got company, all right. Well, we want to put you on here, Tar Heel, eventually, man, because you're pretty big in the comments. You always have stuff to talk about and want to learn, and putting you on here and interviewing you and all that would be a good thing, man. You can't get oxygen. Exactly. I gotta have some air to breathe, man. There's my son popping on here or whatever. Maybe he won't be one of them I have to boot off. Walmart Willie has a strong NASCAR background. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, he popped on here the other night with y'all and everything. I know we didn't have him on here too long, but he was on here. No, son, I really hurt my back today, man. I should have had your help helping me in the shop pick that fan up. I was doing Melissa's oil change on her mower and tried to pick that fan up and stick it on the stand by myself. And man, man, really hurt my back. Somebody like you and Mom needs to go down there and help me pick that thing up and put it on there so I have it. So, yeah. I'm going to take this hat off. Put my other hat on right now. Really good. Tom Dobie mentioned you one day in his video, and that's how I found you. Yep, now I got to give some money to Tom. Appreciate Tar Heel. Appreciate Tom for doing that, spreading the word towards me and everything. Now I'm going to have to take out a second mortgage for you bringing that up right now. And, hey, whatever I got to do, man. He's bringing in people over here to my channel, man. Very much appreciated. Yeah, my son's working out of town right now, guys. He's liking his job. He's doing pretty good, man. He's making good money. But, you know, they have to go out of town a little bit to work. So he's young and, yeah. I turned down 3 jobs today because I know I'll throw my back out. Yeah, mine's feeling it, man. But yeah, if I could turn my camera around, my sister's moved, and she moved, you know, down to Montgomery and everything from Jasper, and she left me her massage chair. It's like $5,000, and I've been in it for probably about 40 minutes today because I did 2 20-minute sessions, and oh my God, it feels so good. It's got heat on it, and it's trying to help my back out and everything. But, you know, that's what I get for, you know, and that's why I put it in the description and everything, jinxing myself from last Sunday saying, you know, all these people tweaking their backs and hurting, and then they lose the customer, and, you know, the customer finds somebody else, and here I go tweaking my back. That's what my wife says. She said, all you did was jinx yourself. And I sure did, man. Tom is the man, the myth, the legend. Tom is. I love Tom, man. I like how he can. I like the fact that if I go to work on something, Tom, this is what gets me too, man. If I go to work on something and you're doing it in 30, 40 minutes or whatever, and I go to work on something and then you go to pull the cord and it always cranks for you. I mean, I'm like, that couldn't be me, man. I would take it all apart. There would be parts left over on the table, put it back together. There would be still parts on the table, and I would go to pull it and crank it and it wouldn't do anything, and I'd have to look at the camera and be like, well, we're going to have to dive back down into this thing. But it's pretty good, man. Tom's got a lot of knowledge. So if y'all got any questions on mechanicing and all that, Tom is really good because I am terrible about taking stuff apart and putting it back together, man. I don't know what it is, man. Because I asked Tom in the live one time, do you have the 85 or 90 or old school's kind of squared off weed eater? And dude, mine finally broke, and I bought the kit, the whole engine kit, put the pistons in and all that. I put it all the way back together, Tom. You've been happy of me, man. Put it all back together. I pulled it. It crunk up. It ran for about 5 minutes, and I've never got it to run again. Never ran again. But it ran for 5 minutes. I mean, it ran for 5 minutes. But other than that, I'd never done anything else. Never. I was kind of happy, but then I was like, yeah, didn't work out. I have as much titanium as Shane does. I know my limits. Yeah, Shane is the titanium man, and I guess you're right there alongside of him. And dude, that's what I was saying. I said it in the video. You know, I'm only 41 years old, but I'm still thinking that I can just grab something and get it. Boy, I grabbed that thing up, man, and oh man, I pulled my back. I felt it real deep, like it was deep in my back, like in my spine deep, and it like took my breath. It was like, I mean, it hurt that bad, man. And I was like, man, dude, what did I do? Just ain't used to it, man, I guess. I'm not like, what's up, Chad? Chad's in the live tonight, man. Yeah, I'm just trying to do a different live like I talked about last time, you know, going to do a Tuesday and a Sunday night. But see, now Chad's in here. He's a big whole worker out, lifting all them weights and staying pumped and all that. And, I can pick up pretty good bit of stuff, but I don't work out every day like him. But, man, I picked up wrong, man. And what is bad about it, guys, that thing, it slides out of the chute, and the chute is like that tall. So you're picking up that big, huge fan, but you got to slide it all the way out of it and then turn it up and put it on that pole. I didn't even make it all the way out of it because it's kind of tied in there, and, man, strained my back, man, pretty hard. So, yeah, that didn't do too good. But at least Best Life Show on Tuesdays now. Look at that. Oh, I don't know about that, man. We're going to see. My stuff runs long enough to sell, then I charge my phone. Change my phone number. That's exactly right, man. That's what you got to do, man. Let it run long enough and just yep, see ya. or you got that warranty. Tom, where if I can't see your taillights no more, that's it. That's all you get. That's how long your warranty goes out. So once the taillights are gone, it's a done deal. Chad in the building. You probably strained some muscles. Go to the chiropractor. My wife is going to set me up with an appointment tomorrow, she said, of going to the chiropractor. Because I used to work in the mines and run these big, huge rock trucks, too, for a while. And I would go probably once a week or once every other week to the chiropractor, and they would pop me back in place because you're in them rock trucks, man, them big old rock trucks, man. You're just beating yourself to death, man. So, yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Appreciate that. She already said she's going to try to set me up an appointment tomorrow and go and get lined and, but I do have that massage chair that's helping out a little bit too. Yep. He's still out here. He ain't out mowing or Yep. Let's see. I worked to 3:30, then took truck to Columbus, Georgia. That's what hey, my granddad used to live in Columbus, Georgia, Chad, but he passed away about 15 years ago, and he was about 85 when he passed away, but 84, 85, something like that. But he lived in Columbus, Georgia, so that's cool. So let's see. Hopefully they'll get you fixed up with that truck and everything, Chad. Let's see. Or the driveway warranty. Exactly. That's about as far as it goes. Got to start doing some deadlifting, Lee, strengthen that back. Yeah, did you see what I put in the thumbnail of this live? It said, work smarter, not harder, and lift with them chicken legs, Lee. Lift with them chicken legs. Tighten up, Lee. I know I need to tighten up. I know. I get it, Ron. I do. Let's see. Those mine trucks are those driving in low ceiling mines. No, I was above ground. I was a surface miner. I've never done underground mining and everything. I was kind of too chicken to do that. I met one of my buddies at Walmart one night, and I was working above ground. He was working underground, but he was making a crap ton of money. And I was like, man, you think I could probably get on over there? He goes, oh, yeah. He said, it's great. He said, but man, if a spark hits or anything, it travels through that thing, as fast as light, and just kills everybody in this place. And I'm like methane gas and all that's in there. I'm like, yeah, man, I think I'm gonna stay above ground, man. I think I'm just gonna hang out up there, man. I don't think I'm gonna do much of that. It kind of scared me off there. I was like, I don't know, man, because like some of them mines, man, like around us, man, Drummond coal mines is a big old mine around us, man, and they're like 2 miles deep. Mile and a half deep, and they're getting coal out up under a river and everything, and they're always having to pump water out and everything. Man, I'm like, and some of the mines around town, from me, they're only like 36 inches tall. So you're kind of crawling the whole time under their mine, and I'm like, man, I don't know about that, man. I don't know about all that. So they think it's the solenoid in the starter. Yep. That could definitely be the case, man. Like you said, man, turning it off, turning it on, turning it off multiple times a day. That's probably what's doing it, man. Yep. Like we talked about, exactly. I watched your video on where you were doing a cleanup. John Deere 27 got it done with no problems. I watched your video on where you did a cleanup. John Deere 27 got it done with no problem. Well, there we go. What was the John Deere 27 cleanup? Maybe just washing it up or something. You have to hit me back up with that Tar Heel. What I'm these videos I might have done a year and a half ago, or you might be talking to Tom. Yeah, probably not even talking to me. Ain't no way. Yeah, there ain't no way I'm going underground, man. I did 7 this morning before 1:00 and started my full-time job, shooting for 8 or 9 tomorrow if things dry out. That's what I'm talking about, Dalton. I hope it does, man. Yeah, man, you get it, man. How old are you, Dalton? What are the fuel prices in everywhere areas now? We're down to $3.19 a gallon here in Missouri, but now back up to $3.49. I think we're close to $3.50 something right now too there, James. I think that's kind of close to where we are. I think it did drop for a second and then pop back up too, but I think that's probably where we're at as well. Let's see, 27 horsepower was cutting thick grass. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we did that, but now I charged him a pretty good bit. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, Tar Heel. That was a job we picked up about a week or so, probably 4 weeks ago. We picked up that job. See, but now we landed the deal with him. See, I told him, hey, it wasn't a one-time cut. He wanted me to clean him up, and then we're going to continue on regular service. And the regular service is, that's a small property, and we're charging him $100 to cut it every 2 weeks. And now we already did the bush trimmings, and now he has a big old tree on the corner of his house. He wants us to trim that whole thing down too. So he's actually given us a pretty good bit of work and everything, and he's happy with just maintaining it every 2 weeks. But somebody wanting to do a cleanup job, one-time cut and all that, I'm not taking on stuff like that anymore. So people talking about the gas prices, cheap gas here, $3.56, going back up. $2.99 gas price here in Clarksville for the last couple of weeks. $2.99. Hey man, go ahead and ship me down about I get me a tank, 500-gallon tank. Just go ahead and ship me down here 500 gallons there, Dalton, since y'all got it so cheap right now. We ain't in that ballpark yet. You didn't think you were going to get the job for $150. Oh, well, yeah, I probably didn't think I was going to get the job, but he agreed to it. That's exactly right. He agreed to the job. We did the first cut and everything for $150, and then we're charging him $100 every 2 weeks and everything. So, like I said, man, I have to go back and watch some of the videos that I talk about and everything. And some people leave me a comment that I did a video, almost a year ago, and I'm like, what are they talking about? And I have to go back and watch and be like, oh, that's right. Yep, that's what you're talking about. I got it. Yeah. But yeah, I get what you're saying. We landed it, and then we continued him on. I was kind of scared he was even going to pay me. He waited till late that evening to pay me, Tar Heel, because I was kind of upset about that, because I was like, hey man, most new people, I try to get them to pay me right away. Like, hey, we're on your project right now, or your job is next. Can you go ahead and send me some of it through Cash App or whatever, because you're a new customer. I don't want you to scam me, and I don't want to scam you. And yeah, he waited till late that evening when he got home to pay me. I was pretty worried about that. I was like, man, I've dealt with that so many times, man. It's I don't like that at all. So yeah, definitely dealt with that. Let's see. What kind of grass do you normally cut around here? It's fescue mainly, I think, in North Carolina. We'll deal with centipede, mainly Bermuda. We'll deal with some Zorgia, and that's about it. Now, I did plant on the lake. I did about a year and a half ago. I did put down some sod for a guy with some St. Augustine. But I told him it probably wouldn't make it in and where we're at and everything. And he's like, that's fine. That was what was there before. Let's go back with it. And I said, okay, I'm not guaranteeing it, but hey, whatever the customer's wanting, I give it to them. But I don't take care of that property. It was just a one-time big, that was a big landscaping project that we did. We did a big long retaining wall, put rip wrap on side of the lake, and then we installed sod for him and everything. He was going to take care of himself. He just wanted to redo the whole property. That's what we did there. And he wanted St. Augustine, so we gave it to him. I ain't even went back by to see what it looks like, to see if it even took an effect or anything. But he's not called me or anything, so I guess it's done good. So, anybody got anything else they want to talk about and mention? And how long do y'all want this live to go on for tonight? You know, I don't want to push it 3 hours by no means, but as long as y'all are in here and y'all are wanting to talk and ask questions and everything, I'll stay on a little bit longer. Maybe an hour and a half or something, but don't want to push it, extremely long tonight. So, like I said, this was a test run. Seems to have done pretty well, man. Seems to have a pretty good bit of people in there. I think we had like 10 at one time, and that's pretty good for making a new night and not really giving a big, heads up to let y'all know I'm in here or gonna be on here tonight. We do 3 hours every Sunday night, Tom. I mean, that's pretty good, and it's been pretty consistent for a lot of weeks, man. So hats off to y'all for going 5.5-hour streams. If you want to get on here in the live with me, we can try to push for a 5-hour stream, because I'm down and out, and all I got probably going on tomorrow is going to the chiropractor and letting them massage my back out a little bit and everything. So, yeah, if that's what y'all want to do, we'll do it. But, I know a lot of y'all got to go to work tomorrow. So, this is a question to Chad and everything. So, didn't know I was coming on here tonight. You came on earlier. Yeah, I get it, man. I posted it about 5:30. I put a post out, and I mentioned it in the live Sunday night that I was going to try another day, and didn't really give a big heads up and everything, but we're going to try it out. We're going to see what's going on, because I'm not really posting a whole lot of videos throughout the week, and I told my wife that I can just sit down here, 2 nights a week, entertain y'all, maybe have some people on, do some interviews, and that's my main goal, man, is to build this thing up, have some interviews, man, really deep, and get dived into lawn care and, what you need to do to grow, what you need to do for the next step, and talk to people in the comments, like, where are you at in your lawn care? What are you wanting to try to do? What's the next step that maybe I can help you, or somebody in these comments can help you to push you to the next level where you want to be at in your business. So, have hundreds of live streams set to private. Well, they seem to do pretty good, Tom, man. I've just been leaving mine posted up. We ain't really had any big conflict. We had a guy last week, but they get a lot of views the next couple days, man. And I found out, Tom, that a lot of people just like listening to the lives when they're on their, mowers cutting grass or peeling around, whatever they're doing. They like to listen in the next day if they can't make it that late that night, or they can't make it that day, because, we all got lives, man. We all got families. We all got, our own thing going on. And they just try to watch it when they get time throughout the week or whatever. So, yeah, I think it's pretty cool, man. Like the one I posted already from Sunday, when I clicked the post off, it had 116 views. I think it's at like 180 something. So, like 70 something people's probably already tuned in and watched some of it. If they ain't watched all of it, they watched some of it. So kind of cool, Let's see. I really enjoy live streams like this. I've learned so much. Do you know Ken from Ken Small Engine Repairs? I think Tom knows him. I don't know him. I have saw his channel a little bit, um, but I don't know him personally or anything like that. So, but I think Tom has had him in his comments before. I'm pretty sure Tom can let me know if that's true or not. Don't want to put words in people's mouth that maybe he don't, but I have saw his channel a little bit and everything, and it's pretty good. But like I said, guys, I have a certain few that I watch because like I said, we have families and all that, and I watched a new guy that commented on my live from Sunday. Lower. Give me a second. Let me look on my phone if I can pull it up. Maybe y'all can go check him out too or whatever. It was kind of cool. Let me see here. My phone never has that great of insurance. Yes, sometimes I'll join Ken on Saturdays at 2 Eastern. Okay, see? See, Tom knows him really well. Trying to see. See, I ain't got good service down here with my phone. But I'd like to have PNH Nick on here. I've messaged him on his comments before to see if he wants to join in, and didn't get no response or anything. But that Florida Turf Pro guy, whatever, I tried to mention him. I'm trying to put myself out there a little bit more and see if I can put more people on to my lives and talk. But yeah, you just can't. I'd feel like a stalker if I just kind of, just keep going at them with it about it. So, you can only do so much. Let's see. How does a live stream almost every Saturday about small? Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. And that's what Tom said. Tom said he joins his sometimes. Saturdays are when you don't even have a chance to. Pretty busy, man. Tom, you said you were so busy that you're starting to do you're like 7 days a week or whatever, and you just started this as just a little bit of extra to bring in, and yeah, man, you're doing really well, and your channel's doing really well, and it's getting a lot of views and everything. So yeah, man, you have grown it to you got such a great community over there. So yeah, man, that and look at you. Here you are in little video, Urban Lawn Services Live, and talking to us and all that kind of stuff. Man, shows what type of person you are, man. It shows that you're down to earth. You don't think of yourself as bigger and better than anybody else, and I appreciate people like that, and I'm going to be the same way. That shows a lot of respect for you on doing that and everything. So pretty cool. I hold Sundays to go to grocery stores or take a dump. Yep. Yeah, I get it. You only do a dump once a week? Man, I'm like every day, sometimes twice a day, man. My bowels work really good. I can't hold off till but Tom is a little. He don't have time. I get it, man. He don't have time to even go to the bathroom. That's how busy this man is in life right now. He's probably watching me on the toilet right now, but it's only time he has. No, man. I love this, man. I love to talk back to my guests, the people on my comments, and yeah, man, I really do enjoy it. To interact with people live. We can make these videos and all that. We get our comments and all that, but man, I love the bring the people in, talk to them, see y'all, and yeah, man, it's pretty great, man. I only put it up there for a second. There you go. There you go. Tom's always got the good stuff to talk to say and everything, man. That's why I like old Tom, man. His show is entertaining, you know. His YouTube channel is entertaining, you know. So that's why I like it, you know. You have you have the perfect personality and voice for these live streams. Well, there you go, man. That's pretty cool. I appreciate it, Tar Heel. All right, let's see. Here we go. Lee, is there anything that you would have done different within your business at the start of this season until now? So let's see. Is there anything I would have done different from the beginning of the season to where I'm at now? I don't really quite think there is. You know, I talked about earlier in my videos too of the start of the year that I wanted to run 2 crews. I wanted to have 2 crews going out there going, and we're picking up work. You know, we've been picking up a pretty good bit of work, and my guys are still getting everything done. You know, I don't regret getting the box truck and having the landscaping truck, because like Chad was saying in his video, you never can, if you can afford it, and then you can have it too of something, because we have this season have had one truck break down and they just jump into the other truck and go. I would love to grow it even more and have a couple more Robertos out here, but y'all know that's really unheard of. But I would love to, because I'm managing them too. I don't see where I couldn't manage 2 more and you know, send them out on a route, send my guys, other guys out on a route, and really blow this thing up pretty big. But here's the thing, James. I don't live in a big metro place. You know, I live in a rural area, so most of the lawn care companies around me and then they're big ones too, just like me, only have 1 crew. They might have the owner that goes around, checks everything, drives around his truck, maybe, and they're pretty much doing the same way I am. We don't live in a big community that has all these subdivisions that have, you know, 200 houses stacked beside each other and all that. We're country, rural areas. Like a lot of my yards, guys, that we cut is 1.5 acre, 2 acre plus yards that we're doing. We're not doing the 1/4 acre cuts. And then my commercial properties, some of them are really up there. Now, I do have some commercial areas that are smaller, you know, that are not as big or whatever. But mainly all my properties are bigger than 1/4 acres and all that. You know, we're looking at about 1.5 acre to 3 acre property. So I don't really know if there's anything. That's that's a good question though. I think I've done pretty well. I think I'm happy where I am as far as the start of the season to where it is now. But you know, it's we'll see how it goes further in the future if we keep taking on more and more work, and I have to because the guys can only do so much, James. And if we keep taking on work and everything, I am ready to get out there, do some soloing, maybe hire another helper to run it with me, and just keep growing it. I mean, my business has always just been steady growing. I didn't really have a big jump in the growth, and I've never really had a decline in growth. I've always grown every year, but it's been a slow growth, and that's probably good to where, you know, you can manage it. It's manageable because it's growing slowly as it's going. So good question, man. Let's see. Do you have good yard density? I think that's what it's called. Yeah, I don't really, Tar Heel. You watch my channel, you go back and watch my channel. We got properties, man, that's 1.5 hours away. But I'm doing big properties driving 1.5 hours away, man. There's you know, we got a bunch of commercial properties. I don't take on any residential properties 1 hour and something away. That would be ridiculous. That would be crazy. But I do travel when we're doing our commercial properties, but they pay really good and they're year round. And a lot of other companies around me have to do the same thing. They might have to go 45 minutes to an hour to Birmingham, which is a big area, and they might do a bunch of properties in there a day and then come back home. But a lot of people in my community, that's how they commute back and forth to work every day. There's bigger businesses in Birmingham. There's bigger corporate offices. There's bigger, everything's a lot. And I don't know if y'all know this, like from people that work in Atlanta, they drive outside of town 35, 40 minutes and they drive back into town to where they work at. That's kind of like how it is here in my town. We have to travel out to go find work. So I travel, but there's big money, and big commercial sites and everything. All my residentials and everything are within, from the house, 10 minutes, so not terrible on that end. Let's see. I've always said that Lee is going to be a big channel soon. Well, I appreciate that, man. I really do. But it's going to be like my business, like we just talked about. It might be a slow, gradual growth that keeps on growing. And I'm fine with that, but that's how my business is always done. So, what better way? My YouTube channel does the same thing, So, Postage Stamp Properties. Yep, go where the money is. I get it. Yep, same thing. I live in a very rural area also. Most of my properties are 1 to 3 acres. I service 25 properties solo and also work full-time. I'm 54 years old and I do pretty good. Yeah, you do, man. That's what I'm talking about. 25 yards and, you got a full-time job and you're in a rural area like me, man. So you get it. You get what I'm talking about. There's a lot of farmland around me, man. There's a lot of cows, horses, all that. You see the big old pastures and everything when you drive through, some of my areas that we go to and everything. And I get it. You get it. But there's a lot of people on here that might not, because they live in a big area, big city, and I always told my wife we need to move 45 minutes up to Coleman, which is a growing big city, or Birmingham, because, man, I could have been like Chad and them. I could have 250 properties, I could have had 300 properties and running 2 crews or 3 crews out there, as long as I found good guys, which we know that's really hard to do. But I could have grown my business a whole lot faster like that. But see, when you're in a small town and, you got the amount of lawn care companies that are in there, which there's only about probably 5 big companies in my town. Well, they're mopping up all the properties too. And some of them have been doing it 10, 15 years longer than me. So they're, where I'm at, if you got a good lawn care company, they don't really change hands much. I've got customers I've had for 15 years. You don't really just let your lawn care guy go if he's dependable and does what he says he's going to do. So let's see. It's been a while since I caught your channel. I really like your videos. Matt at Tank reminding me of your lives. Man, look at that. I got to get some money to the old Tank now, man. I appreciate you coming in here and being part of the live tonight. Yeah, this is an unusual live. We're starting, for Tuesdays. I talked about it earlier in the live. This is for the people that miss the lives a lot of times on Sunday, and here is a good part of that, So Matt Man 91, appreciate you being in here, man. If you got any questions or comments, if I can't help you, man, there's some great guys in this comment section that help you out and all that, and that's what we try to do. Build a great community over here at Urban Lawn Service, our lives show. So yeah, man, appreciate you being in here, man. Awesome. Look at that. See, I knew a Tuesday. Now, we got 2 guys in here, I think, that just popped in here on a Tuesday night to watch us and everything. So it worked out good. And there again, Matt, Tank is a very great guy, man. I like Tank. He comes on to the lives with me and Chad. And he has a great bit of knowledge to talk to too, And I don't know where he's at tonight, but see, that's the thing. He's probably just, getting it, family time, working, and he'll be here on Sunday nights and everything, Do I have a web page? I do not, man. I don't do a whole lot of marketing and everything, and I don't want to. Tar Heel, I don't want to take you away from that. But I want you to know that, I've had my business 17 years. It started from, there really wasn't a whole lot, social media and stuff was around, I'm not saying that, but it wasn't big, definitely wouldn't, YouTube wasn't big, with lawn care channels and everything. I started in like 08. So the end of 08 going into 09. But didn't really do a whole lot of marketing, and everything's always been through word of mouth. That's kind of how I've always gained my properties, get my jobs, was through word of mouth. And that might be, there again, that might be the reason why I've just had a slow growth every year, is because I'm not, but I tried, Google my business and all that kind of stuff. But I come to find out the jobs that I was getting, the jobs that I was taking on was cheap. They wanted the cheapest guy, just like Facebook. If you go into my town and somebody says, hey, I need lawn care, can anybody help me out or whatever, there'll be 96 comments in one day where people will go over there and cut that yard. I'm not going to compete with that. I'm not even going to try to compete with that, because there are going to be some cheapos that are just going in there trying to get a job, trying to get something done real quick. And I'm not even going to touch that, So that's my advice on that. People see my signage. I put some signs out through town at a lot of my commercial sites. I've nailed them on pine trees, in the back roads and everything, that I already have a couple yards and everything. So that's might help out. The signage on my truck and all that. And, that's just how I've always operated. So don't get me wrong. This day and time, it's 2026, guys. I get it. Maybe I should have a web page or whatever, but I just don't. I've never paid a really, really ton for marketing. And my business has always grown. I've not had a negative year since I've been in business. It's always, built up. What's up, Taylor? Taylor Bailey. Look at that. I'm in here listening. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. That's the best way to do it. I think word of mouth. Yeah. But it's not a fast grow. You got to realize that it's not something that you're going to be out here the next day and you got 25 yards or whatever, the word of mouth will come because you're taking care of your customers. Your neighbors are seeing it. They're going around and talking to people in the church. They're talking to people at wherever, somebody might pop up and say, hey, man, I need a good grass cutter. Oh, yeah, you should check out Urban Lawn Service. They've been cutting my yard for like 2 or 3 years, man, and he's always on time. He always tells me when he's going to show up. He tries to stay with good communication. And, man, give him a call. Here's his number, and that's how you pick it up. That's why you're picking it up, slow businesses and everything, for your growth. But pretty cool, man. Tar Heel, man. You need to get on here, man. We can talk, man, and discuss things, man. You throw out a lot of questions and everything, so your fingers might be getting tired of typing or whatever, and then you just got to talk about it on the live. But I get it. Maybe you just don't want to. It takes a minute to be on camera and talk. And you go back to some of my very first videos or whatever. And I'm not saying I wasn't nervous to talk. And there's, I've got to where I post everything I do now, but at the beginning, and a lot of people has told me, just post it. Don't matter if it's crappy or not, just post it. And I've come to find out I do that. But in the beginning, dude, I deleted a lot of stuff because man, what was I talking about? That was terrible, and, I got better and better as I go, and now I just don't try to delete a whole lot. I just try to post it anyways. Well, by now people know who I am. They know I'm not, anything fake. And you see that in the live. It's pretty much how I probably am in the videos. So, Yeah, that's what makes it so hard for legit custom companies like yours is these truck in the trucks only charging 20. You're exactly right, man. They're only charging $25, man, and they're so cheap. They want to have it. They got beat up trucks. Which don't get me wrong, man. Everybody started out somewhere, man. I had a beat up F-150, man. I borrowed my wife's grandparents' mowers, and I was out there trying to get it and everything. I get it. I don't hate that, but I wasn't charging $25 to cut your yard. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference I get with other people or whatever. Charge accordingly. Learn the business side of charging and everything before you go in there and just start charging what you think is right. Get a little bit of knowledge from people like us in the comments, us in the lives, watching YouTube or whatever. Nowadays, nobody in their right mind this day and time should be charging $25 to cut a yard. I don't care what kind of yard you got. I do quarter-acre yards, and I charge $55, $60 to cut them, guys. That's what I charge, You should not be charging $20, $30 to cut yards anymore, man. That's unheard of. Hurts the industry. It hurts us, Let's see. I'm really shy on camera. It's fine, man. It's fine. Get in here, man. It's okay, man. Ain't nobody going to say anything, We won't do that till afterwards. After the live, I'll get on there and I'll text a bunch of people. Man, did you see Tar Heel on the live, man? Oh, my God, man. That was so funny. I'm joking with you, right? I'm a jokester too, man. Nobody's going to care, man. It's fine, dude. Let's see. One guy in the town posted on Facebook $20 for service at 15% off. What did he make? He was losing money to go cut their yard, Matt. He was losing money every time he cut their yard or whatever. I couldn't do that, man. I can't go and do that and lose money. I'm not cutting your yard for free. I'm not going to do it. Let's see. Same thing here, Lee. Someone posted local looking for lawn care to do and had 20 or 30 comments within minutes wanting to come cut their grass. I don't even comment because I ain't going to try to compete. I ain't either, man. I'm not, man. You will not find me doing something like that at all. No way, dude. Yep, see? Now you are throwing in them comments what I talked about. You're exactly right. Don't do it. Run for the hills. Same here on Facebook. Look at that. Yep. There they are. So true. Yep. I got a pro, but I can't seem to get the footage I want. I'm trying to get get great editing, but can't seem to get it. Maybe I should just post and get better at it as time goes on. That's what you do, man. That's what I did. Only difference is, with me, I was in music. So, like, when I look at the editing software as far as video goes and it's got the clips and all that, it's kind of the same where I used to create music. Like, down at my old shop or whatever, it's a music studio. So I had all that. I kind of knew how to cut and paste and all that. So going from video to that is kind of about the same thing. But guys, I use CapCuts and I pay their little small prescription of it and everything. And it's got so many effects in there. Just play with it, man. So just spend some time. If you don't want to post right now, spend some time playing with the software, with your footage on there, like downloading it on, and watch a bunch of YouTube videos too, just like you watch YouTube videos for people cutting grass and everything. Watch videos of how they're editing and all that, and it would help you out a whole lot. But I get it. Just post. It doesn't matter what it looks like, man. They're just wanting to hear the knowledge and hear what you got to bring to the table or whatever. Because you might think it's crappy. You might think it sucks. But somebody else sees it or whatever, and they're like, you know what? That's a great idea. I didn't even think about that. Holy smack, man. That's awesome. So just post, man. You should charge what you think you're worth and the typo quality and service you provide. I'm literally one of the highest price services without hesitation. I don't blame you, man. Because, I mean, just think about it, Ron. If you're the cheapest guy and you're picking up 5 or 6 properties, let's say 7 or 8 properties, but you're a cheap guy. What if you go in there and you price it the way it should be, or higher than everybody else, and you only picked up 4? You're still making more than what that guy is doing it for $20 a yard or whatever. You're still making more than him, and you don't even have to work hard. You don't even have to do as many yards. That's why I think quality is definitely right. That's where we want to be at, quality. But you want to price it to where you don't have to do as much and you still make good money. You might not get as many bids as the guy that's a cheap guy or whatever, but he's running through them guys. He's running through them people or whatever and putting a bad rap in his name. He's not showing up. His lawnmower's breaking down. He can't get to it or whatever. And here you are, steady climbing. You know what I'm saying? Because you're only picking up a couple at a time or whatever, but that couple at a time is making you great money, you know? So don't sell yourself short, guys. That's all we are, is selling time to customers, man. That's our thing. Our time has got to be worth something, you know? Let's see. Let them kids go out there and make a few bucks this summer. Hell, I did it way back in the day. Exactly, man. Let them kids go out there and make money or whatever, you know? And that's a lot of times where you find when we're on our second wave or whatever, you know, a lot of them kids, you know, say you're in the neighborhood and you're cutting in the neighborhood and a couple people drop you, or you see the kids in the neighborhood cutting grass or whatever. Well, what do they do when August comes around and they go back to school? They call you because you're still out there cutting grass or whatever. So, I mean, you might hit a third wave that I've talked about before. Your first wave in the spring, second wave right when it starts getting hot. Your third wave is because the college kids and the high school kids are going back to school, and now they're needing somebody. Well, once they pick you up, hey, I do this for a living, you know. If you want me to cut it, I'm going to have to keep you on a schedule. And guess what? I do this for a living. I don't have another job. I don't do anything else. This is what I do. You know, if you want me to, I can set you up with a year-round service or whatever. I see you got a couple trees in your yard. We can get your trees cleaned up. We can get your bushes trimmed, you know, a couple times a year in that. And then all you got to do is you got to pay a monthly fee of this so-and-so, and you don't have to worry about your yard. Because when you have to worry about your yard and you're calling me about your yard, I'm not doing my job right. If I'm coming out consistently doing what I say I'm going to do, you shouldn't have to worry about nothing. It's kind of like buying an app. It's kind of like buying a, you know, your Netflix. You know, you're paying your Netflix prescription every month or whatever. Why not pay your prescription for lawn care and not have to worry about anything? Yeah, there might be 1 or 2, maybe 3 months out of the year that, you know, I don't really come out as much or whatever. But guess what? Next year, you don't have to look for somebody else because I'm already on the schedule for you. I already got you in the schedule. So you can look at it like that. And that's what I try to look at it too with a lot of my customers, guys. Put them on a prescription, you know. Let's see. Man, y'all are throwing in some heaters tonight, man. I'm loving it. Man. Let's see. I know I popped that one on, but I wasn't ready for that one yet because y'all are throwing it in here pretty quick. Let's see. I'm not the highest, but I'd say I'm just higher than the middle price guy. That's good, you know. That's called entertainment. Exactly. I don't know about you guys, but my equipment costs too much to do anything cheap. I spent 30 grand on mowers last year, James. 30 grand on mowers. I'm not cutting your yard for $25, $30. You can hang it up. I don't care if I have 200 plus properties and all of them and my route density is within 5 miles. I'm not cutting your yard for $25, $30. It ain't happening. Not at all. Yeah, you post it no matter what. You will get better in time. Show your mistakes because everyone makes mistakes. Yep, everyone makes mistakes, man. Exactly. Post. If you want to start a YouTube channel, man, post it, man. And let me know you started a YouTube channel. I'll subscribe to you. Anybody in here, you know? James is right. Equipment ain't cheap. A dang weed eater is over $400 now. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Nothing's cheap anymore, man. Let's see, Ron, that's fact. I started below the $20 guy. Once I figured things out, I realized my quality. I moved up to the highest in the area as well. Doesn't bother me now like it did starting out. See, but you learn from that quick, that you don't want to be the cheap guy. I mean, because just think of it, man. I mean, you're paying for all these equipments and everything, and you're going to go and cut a yard for $20, and it might take you 30, 40 minutes to cut that yard in $20. I mean, you might be thinking, well, dang, man, I'm at a job, and I'm only making like $20 an hour. That's really not bad. But you're not taking out all the other stuff. A lot of people don't think like that. They're not thinking about all the payments and all that. Plus, you got to live once you get home. You got wife and kid. It might be insurance. You got fuel costs, all that. A lot of people are not thinking about that. They're thinking about, oh, well, I can make $20 in an hour, or I can make $20 in 30 minutes. I can't even do that at my regular job. But there's got to be a lot of other stuff factored in with that to make it work. So don't be the cheap guy. Did you buy a bad boy? No, unless you're talking to somebody else, I did not buy bad boys, man. I spent $30,000 on mowers. I buy John Deere. And you might have been around when I was talking about that on switching my mowers, because I had a set down Z970 and I had the 652R stand on. And I was in debate about trying the bad boy or trying different brands. But nobody around me would do a loaner mower if something happened. All the other dealerships around me, dealers, and we got like 3 of them in my town. None of them would do that. None of them, would say I would be first in line. Oh, I see it now. You said it was a joke. That's why I went with John Deere Tri-Green, because I've already been with them. I shouldn't even been hesitating on looking at another mower, but I was going to weigh my options. I was going to look around and see if I can get a better deal on a mower. You buying a truck and everything, you're not going to just buy the first one you see. So I'm going to check around and I'm going to see what type of mower, that might work out good for me or whatever, and it didn't. John Deere. I mean, that's where I'm at. I don't know a lot of y'all where y'all are at, but my dealer support is hands down awesome. Let's see. I got 4 new mowers in the last 2 years, 2 John Deeres, 2 Skags, close to 50,000, and a tractor that was 25,000. Yeah, Brandon, you ain't cutting no $25 yards. Dog, you graduated. Hey, woo. Let's see. Hey, when I started, I wanted as many yards as I could get, and I charged cheap. Now I'm charging more profitable prices. Yeah. I mean, that's what I talked about, guys. We are all the cheap guys in the beginning. We don't know no better. I was a cheap guy. I'm telling y'all, I was a cheap guy in the beginning because there was no YouTube showing me anything. I wasn't even watching YouTube. I thought when I started watching Ray and all them, I started thinking like, really? You think I could really do YouTube or long? I've been cutting grass for 17 years. Everybody that talked about people on YouTube and everything would kind of laugh about it. We kind of like, oh, you do YouTube? Okay. We just joked about it and everything. But now I see the benefits of doing it and teaching others about it, because it's educational. It's something that we need to learn out here as a community, as an industry, to everybody, they're out here doing this. Don't go cheap. Stuff is too high nowadays, man. Yeah. Let's see. The new grandstand I'm looking at tomorrow ain't cheap, so I can't be cheap out there mowing. Hey, if I had a good dealer around me at Toro, Matt, I promise you, I started my business with a Toro grandstand. A couple years in, I got a Toro grandstand, 48-inch, dude. I love the Grandstand. As a stand-on mower, it's cut quality, comfort. I love the Grandstand, dude. I really did. But there's nobody. And when I bought that thing, dude, I bought it out of town. And we do have a Toro dealer here in town. But I bought that mower and nobody could work on it, dude. Nobody could work on it because it was not heard of, the Grandstand, back then in 2009, even though they probably had them up in bigger cities and all that. But in my rural town, nobody could work on the daggum thing, man. And I hated that. I'm like, you mean to tell me this is a Toro mower and you can't work on it? Well, we don't get a lot of them in here. We don't know much about stand-ons. And I'm like, man, that's crazy, you know? So that deterred me away from it or whatever. But like I said, man, if I had a good dealership around me and all that, man, I would definitely have another Grandstand because I really did like it. Let's see. This is to Matt. I'll let y'all take y'all's questions amongst each other or whatever. So Grandstands are nice, but no dealer support from me. Skag and John Deere run my area. Exactly, man. And I'm telling you right now, there's another other dealership running my area besides John Deere. And a lot of companies around me cut John Deere. That's why I thought it was kind of unheard of seeing the YouTube community out here, the YouTube space, that a lot of people don't talk about John Deere's or whatever. But in my area, dude, the city runs John Deere. The state runs John Deere. Majority of the commercial companies around me run John Deere. I mean, but what they bring to the table, why wouldn't you? You know, I mean, you saw in that last couple videos or whatever, dude, my guy drove an hour and a half to get a part, an hour and a half back home to get my mower going the same day. That's crazy. He could have said it would have took 3 days or 4 days, you know, and he was definitely trying to put me in a loaner mower. Another landscaper had it. I'm very aware of who it is. I like the guy. He had the loaner mower out while he was getting his mower fixed. My guy, Ron, was going to stick me in a new mower, but it was going to take a couple hours because I got to put a tracking system on it. I don't know. I was like, hey, you know me, Ron. I ain't stealing your mower. It's a $15,000 mower that needs fixed. But he's like, Lee, would you rather have this or get your mower back? I was like, I want my mower. My guys know how to run my mower more than they do that set down that they're going to have to work out the kinks and all that, you know, learn the settings and all that. You know how it is with a new mower. He said, we can have your mower today. Drove an hour and a half back. Within an hour after that, they called me. My mower was ready. Hey, love it. Yeah, having good dealer support is critical to your business. You have a great dealer, one that will drive. Yeah, see? And yeah, you can't beat it, man. Nothing runs like a Deere. Oh, finally, somebody put that out there. Woo! Nothing runs like a Deere, man. You're totally right. Let's see, who's got Kubota too? Not many companies use them, but a lot of them, yeah, I can't even say it, but use Kubotas. Look at one, but it was really heavy. Yeah, I'm the same way, man. The mowers are heavy. I ran Kubotas in the very beginning of my business, man, but that's the one I was telling you about, that with Vapor Lock. It's heavy. Kubotas are so heavy. The Kubota dealership shut down last year, man, because they were crappy. They were mean to everybody in the town, and they was just a crappy dealer, man. John Deere totally took them out of this town or whatever. Now they got one up in Coleman, which is about 45 minutes away, but I won't be going there. They done me wrong, man, a couple times or whatever. Man, as soon as I jumped into John Deere, man, life has been a whole lot stress-free. They would keep my mower over there for 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and didn't give me a loaner mower. But I didn't know at the time, man. I was new, and John Deere wasn't around then. John Deere's only been around for about 10, 11 years, you know, Tri-Green in my area, you know. And once they came into town and I heard about them, I switched, made that switch. Oh yeah, but how many times mower breaks and they have had a John Deere? Oh, every single time, or they give me a brand new one stolen. I ain't never had a mower stolen. Let's see. Oh, like Tom says, money. Somebody's texting me, sending me money during the live. My local John Deere had a plane crash in its lot today. Didn't do any damage, but the pallet died. Oh man, dude, that's crazy. And we're sitting here talking about it or whatever, and they had a plane fly in there. Wow. Oh yeah, she's talking about stolen mowers or broke into that John Deere dealership. Yeah, and that is one thing that's crazy about my John Deere dealership. It's right beside the highway, the I-22, which will go from Birmingham to Mississippi. And they've have it broke in about 3 or 4 times, man. And they got cameras and all that. They're trying to catch the people, whatever. They'll go in there and steal like 5 or 6 weed eaters, like 10 or 12 chainsaws, and they took mowers out of there and everything. It's crazy, man. And it's an industrial place, man. It ain't like a crazy part of town or whatever. I mean, it's nothing around but industrial property or whatever, but it's right on the side of the highway, man. And yeah, man, they've been broken into a couple times, man. So she's right about that. All right, I don't see or hear about a lot about Hustler, but I love my Super S standard that I purchased new last year. Yeah, man, we don't have a whole lot of Hustlers around here. They do have a dealership in Birmingham. Like I said, it's like 45 minutes away. And I've saw people on, driving through up there and everything, people running them. I don't know much about that mower or whatever. Same way with the Gravely. I don't really know a whole lot about the Gravely stand-ons either. Pretty much, or Skag. We don't really have a whole lot of Skags around here. There's not a good dealership around that sells them. So, people have been talking about, why don't you get a Skag and all that kind of stuff, that Velocity deck. Ain't got none around here. I ain't got none around me or whatever, They're only going to go to, the places where people run them and, buy them and everything. So it's not a big market in my area, apparently, for them to come in and try to sell them. So. They have had a couple loaner mowers never returned to. That's why the GPS is on them now before loan. Yeah. They had one mower. They called me and asked me if I had it. And I said, no, I ain't got that mower. I'd send it in or whatever. And sure enough, it was another lawn care place, but they could never find it. So somebody ended out with a brand new loaner mower or whatever. That's why she's right. That's why they got to put the trackers on them now and everything. People are getting too smart, man. You got thieves, That's just crappy people in the world, man. That's something I don't like. I don't like a thief by no means. So. Yeah, they do, man. They do need to get some dogs, man. Somebody out there, definitely. Let's see. The Skag stand-ons have very similar control to the Deere standards. The Skags do stripe better on fescue. See, we don't cut fescue or nothing like that either, so it wouldn't even make no difference to us, far as the deck wise go there. Main thing we're looking at is how far will it distribute that grass? How far will it blow it out? And the John Deere's, man, they'll blow them out pretty far. I think if you go back what Tar Heel was saying earlier about that new cleanup job that we just took on or whatever, we was cutting some pretty thick grass right there. I mean, it was really thick. And you can see, man, it throws that grass out really far. That's what I like, man. I definitely want cut quality and all that kind of stuff, man, but I want the grass to distribute out real good. That way it don't leave clumps or anything like that. And I heard the Velocity deck does it or whatever, I just ain't never ran one or nothing, my John Deere's. And, I don't have a big engine on mine. A lot of people run that 31 horsepower engine on their mowers, claiming that they do really good, man. That 27 horsepower engine that I run, Kawasaki, dude, if we're doing regular maintenance, we're not doing a whole lot of cleanups every year, guys. You might do, a couple a year or something like that. If you're in your business and you're doing regular maintenance all the time, 27 horsepower is a great engine to cut grass every 2 weeks or whatever. Them 31, 37 horsepower engine oil, you're just burning a lot of fuel, man. You're burning a lot of fuel. Like you were watching that video, I even turned it on the sound when I ran over that big area. It didn't bog down, none. It just kept on eating and going and blowing that stuff out. And it was blowing it, and the grass was higher than the deck. It was just blowing it up to it couldn't blow it far, but it never once bogged down. It's a great engine, man. My John Deere 27 throws clippings like my Skag 37 horsepower. It has good torque for 27 horsepower. Exactly, man. And see that 38 horsepower Skag that you got, I bet if you put them both beside each other, of course, you're going to use a whole lot more fuel on that Skag than you are the one thing. So it's, fuel economy is big too, especially when we're in a fuel crisis a lot of times, I'd rather run that smaller engine that's, doing my maintenance and everything. That way I ain't spending a whole lot much money on fuel. Yeah, that John Deere was throwing the grass a good distance and wasn't even bogging down. That was tall, thick grass too. Yeah, it was very tall, thick grass, man. And it did, like I said, man, it does a great job, man. I'm very proud of the John Deere, especially I learned very quick in my business that Kawasaki is probably hands down the best engine for a mower. I've ran Bridge and Stratton. I've ran Kohler. I've ran Kubota diesel engines and everything. And I'm telling you right now, hands down, Kawasaki's got it going on. I will never have a mower that has anything other than a Kawasaki on it. I won't. The Vanguard, nothing. You give me a Kawasaki if I'm buying an engine. And I like carbureted. A lot of people like, they like to run the EFIs and all that. I've never ran one much, so I don't know much about them or whatever, but I like a carbureted, hey, man, old school as it gets, man, carbureted Kawasaki engine, man. That's what I like. Let's see. We like our John Deeres, man. I know, man. We got several people in here, man, that represents the John Deeres, man. I like it. That's what I'm talking about. Kawasaki is all I'll use. Kohler isn't as good as they used to be, and Briggs is a no. Yeah, Kohlers were good back in the day, man. It seems like they went downhill. Like I said, I had a couple mowers that had Kohler on it, older mowers and everything back in the day, and they did really good, man. It's just nowadays, man, you hear so much about a Kohler engine just, crapping out, and not performing, But like I said, too, man, a lot of it is, keep these things blowed off, man. They got them fins on the back of the engine and everything. That's a cooling fin. It's air cool engine. Keep that crap blowed off. You got it all caped up on there and everything. That's what causes it to run hot, breaks down that engine oil, and then you start having, internal problems. So try to keep that blow off as much as you can, I stand by that. So let's see. We just said that one. John Deere is how I found your channel. I was researching the new stand-ons. Well, appreciate it, man. So you ended up getting you one? You ended up getting you one of the new models from watching my video, or are you still in research and looking at them? I like them, man. I like the Q8. I like the Q850 models. And I wish they would have kept a 52-inch from going to a 54-inch, but it didn't really hurt my business much. The Q850 Rs, I like them. The 60-inch and the 54. There were some areas I thought that I was going to struggle with, even though it's only a couple of inches or whatever. But, those are some tight areas even with my 52. But apparently I'm making it work, and Roberto and them are making it work. So, but I do like a 52 and a 60-inch. That's kind of what I've always ran, having two mowers, that, combination. So let's see. Currently running 29.5 Kawasaki EFIs on my Hustler standards. Runs great, but sucks the gas. Some of that is what hydraulic pumps you're running, and the weight of the blades also. Yeah, All right, there you go. Got the Q 850, man. Yeah, just like me, man. Is it the R model or is it the M model? What model did you get there, Brandon? Let's see. So, what do you charge in your area for a quarter acre, half acre, 1 acre ballpark? Quarter acre, I mentioned it a minute ago, probably going to be around, I got some, they're like $55. But they're all in a cul-de-sac, and that's the only reason why I'm doing it at $55 because I got 8 of them in there now. It's a new subdivision. Look at, my town's starting to grow a little bit, but they build these things so crappy or whatever. But I picked up 7 of them in that area this year, and I started at 50, you know, and then it took me a minute to get another one. And then I moved that second one to 55, and then now I just got them all at 55 because they're all in the same subdivision. Roberto can sit in one area, cut all 7 yards. Man, he's in and out of there in an hour and a half, and at $55 a yard. Half acre on up, then you're getting on up to like probably 65 to 70. $80 depending on how much weeding there is. 1 acre, we're going to be at that 80 going up to $100. So if that helps you out any, it's just ballpark numbers. My area is not the same as your area. Where are you located at, Tar Heel? Because that's a big difference. Me telling y'all these numbers, y'all might be in other areas like, we can't get that. There's no way we can get that. And I get it, but I can get it in my area, but that's just kind of giving you some little bit of ballpark numbers or whatever. It's kind of where I'm at. And, that's every 2 weeks, So we've moved a lot of our customers to weekly, and I have had some in the past. Are you going to drop the price a little bit because now you're going to weekly than you are? I said, no, I'm still cutting the same amount of area. I'm just doing it every week than I am every 2 weeks. So I don't change my price. So whether I'm cutting you once a week or cutting you every 2 weeks, that's what I'm doing. So M. Okay. You got the M model. Okay, cool. Let's see. So like the M model, did it have the rubber pad on the foot thing? And do you have the foot pegs that are on the fender? Because I like them. It's not a much difference or whatever in them, but I know them couple things are a little different. It kind of gives you a little bit more shock resorbent having that big thick metal rubber thing on the foot pad, and then the foot pegs. It helps when you're on the hill and everything. You can step out and kind of stay straight, leveled up, and everything, and it helps you out a lot too, and everything. So I only do residential properties anymore, so all I need is a 52-inch deck with a 25 horsepower. Every property is manicured, so nothing gets too crazy. Hey, if that's where you're at and everything, that's great, man. I don't blame you. Yeah, especially you probably got your route density really good. You don't want to take on any more work. You just like the residential properties and everything. So there's nothing wrong with that. Okay, thanks. I helped you out a little bit, Tar Heel. That's awesome. Let's see. No rubber pad, but I added. You added it. Okay, that's good. That helps. And then no foot pegs. I like the foot pegs too, man. They're pretty cool. So, hey, man. Hey, wow, our Canadian is back, man. He said, holy moly. He's live again. Yeah, man. I thought about try to do twice a week now. Do a live on Sundays, and then like you were there Sunday, and then we're going to do a live on Tuesdays for the people that can't make it out on Sundays and everything. So it's worked out pretty good, man. So appreciate you being in here. Appreciate you back. I did subscribe to your channel Monday. And yeah, man, you remind me a lot of me and my wife in the very beginning too, man. We were both out there getting it. And my wife, she ran the whole business for a year while I went out and still worked. So hats off to you, man, to have you and your wife out there getting it. That's pretty cool, man. Let's see. Somebody said, now I owe you. Yeah, pretty cool, man. You got anything you want to talk about, man? Van Green Lawn Care. What's your name? What is your name? There, man, Van Green. So I can start calling you by your name. I try to do a pretty good job of remembering people's name by trying to say, the thing on here. If you're still in here, give me a sip of drink. The cover came off my bottle. It's actually Propel, but since they're not going to sponsor me or nothing anymore, I'm going to start taking their label off. I ain't trying to give them free advertisement and everything if they ain't going to. I tried to reach out to them several times about trying to sponsor me and, sending me some Propel because I like it so much. But, if they're not going to answer back or do anything, I'm going to start ripping their label off and just start drinking it where it looks like I'm just drinking straight water, Chris. Okay. All right, Chris. He said, yeah, dude, thanks for the sub. I think we all started off pretty similar. Yeah, man. How long have you been doing it, man? How long have you been doing lawn care? I don't know if you talked to Chase. Chase said he was trying to reach out to you for me. We're going to see. I'll ask you on here since you're on the live. Do you want to come on next Sunday? Chase said he was going to try to make that happen. So, yeah, you want to come on here next Sunday night and be part of the live. And, yeah, I'd love to have you on. And that way we can do a little bit more interviewing, talking, learning you, learning what it's like in Canada from where it is all the way in Alabama. So in the lower 50 states. So pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. Man, we had a good group of people in here, man, for throwing on a live pretty quick. And hopefully next time, next time it'll just keep growing and growing, because, a lot of people didn't know about it. Sorry, I stepped out for a second. I need to catch up with what you all said. Okay. No, you're good, man. I just wanted to see, man, Chase over there at CR Lawns was talking to you about possibly coming on this coming up Sunday to my live. And, yeah, I just wanted to know your name, and then we can get more into depth about your business and what you're doing up there. I take it you're probably doing snow removal too, or you have been. Like I said, I watched a couple of your videos and everything. I just thought it was pretty cool seeing different things or whatever. And I gotta ask too, the Van Green Lawn Care. Was you big into like skateboards and everything? Is that kind of like Van shoes or whatever? I kind of get that vibe a little bit. Maybe you was a skateboarder back in the day or whatever, which I think is pretty cool. I couldn't never really skateboard that much or whatever. I did rollerblade, which you probably make fun of me now for saying that. But, I just think I was kind of thinking about that might be kind of what it was kind of from or whatever. Anniston, Alabama is as far as west as I ever been. Okay, yeah. That's pretty cool, Brandon. Yeah, see, you're getting another subscriber. Tar Heel said he'll go over there and subscribe to you. So that's pretty cool, man. Yeah. So we've been on here a pretty good ways a while, guys. I think we're going to try to wrap it up at 2 hours. So in about 6 minutes. So if anybody's got anything else they want to add, go ahead. Put it in there as quick as you can or whatever, because like I said, I wasn't going to try to push this in as late as we do on Sunday nights. But, here we go. We're at 2 hours in, and, I was only going to think about an hour and a half. So y'all get me y'all get me into it, man. I could talk about lawn care for days on end, man. Brandon said he don't travel much. Don't travel much, man. Kind of homebodied, homebound. I get it, man. Not much difference between Anniston and Jasper. Land's the same, just more rednecks here. That's where we're at. More rednecks. Back to current times. I've been in business since 2021, full time since 2022. That's pretty cool, man. Yeah. So you got a couple of years in, and I saw in your videos y'all cutting like 18 to 20 properties a day. So that's pretty good. I saw the type of grass you were cutting, type of yards that you were doing. Like I said, man, after you came on, having a new guest on here, I kind of like to go and check them out. Chase told me that you had a channel and everything, so I just wanted to go back, watch a couple of your videos, man, and see what it's like up there and everything, man. You got pretty good content, man. I really do like it. So yeah. When did you start YouTube? I started it a year and a half ago. Tar Heel, you need to just, man, don't even worry about it, man. Just pop on here and just join the live or whatever, man. Like I said, man, I open it up for anybody, man. There's no anybody that wants to come on and talk, talk about their business. You could possibly reach out to more people and others. I think that's pretty cool. Thanks, man. It's a hustle. Been posting for about a year and a half as well. 1 foot in, 1 foot out, but I'm really trying to crank it up now. Yeah, there you go, man. So we started about the same time. Dude, I saw you got over 1,000 subscribers, man. So hats off to you for that, man, to get there at the time frame that you have. I saw where you had a lot of shorts, man, that hit really big. Mine just kind of just steady on the steady pace, and got a great community in here, man. Love to have you in here, watching with us and everything, man. Not a lot of, BS coming on here and everything. We try to talk about, real life, real work, learn the business. And I'm sure you could probably bring some stuff to the table too, since you started in, 2021. And plus, it's good to talk to people that are starting their business, that started it within 5 years, to learn the growth and the hustle and, the failures and all that you've already had to tackle and come up with. Because, I've been doing it for so long, whatever, a lot of times I forget, and it might bring up memories that I can talk about with you in it, of situations that you've had along the way. So pretty cool, man. So guys, anybody got out anything else they want to add to tonight? Was great live, man. Super great live. Enjoyed having all y'all in here. It's like we never left from Sunday night. So there was several other people that probably didn't make it tonight that I saw on here. But like I said, man, I didn't give a big notice or whatever. Let's see. Lee has word of knowledge about lawn care if you need any advice. Yeah, man. He just said it right there, man. Yeah, I've been doing it 17 years, Chris. I've been in business 17 years, and I'm at a point now where I've seen guys out, and they run the day-and-day business, and I kind of manage them. I go out and bid work, and it's been great. It's kind of what I look at where I want everybody to be eventually, one day. I've been very blessed with it, and I want everybody to get to that point where, they can they can have people come out and run their businesses and they manage it. Because ain't that the end goal to everybody? At a point in your life, you want to have your business running strong enough to where you can just sit back, enjoy life with your family. I have a 19-year-old, didn't really get to do that in the beginning, but now I have a 10 and an 8-year-old, and we get to spend a lot of time with them. Plus, I get to take my wife on small trips. It's brought our relationship and made us closer together. A lot of times we're feeling like teenagers again out there, going on dates and having fun. And, I really love it. I'm sure she does. It's brought our relationship in tighter. And, it's been great. So yeah, oh yeah, veteran in here. Yeah, I still got a lot to learn too. I still learn every day. Even though I got 17 years in, I still feel like I can learn something new, just like with anybody else. Somebody else might have That's why I always watch YouTube. I always like watching other people's lives. Because you might find out something that I didn't know. So he said, honestly, I've been a little scared of taking that next leap. We can touch on it on the live. Yeah, let's touch on it on the live next Sunday and let's talk about it, man. I think that'd be pretty cool. Talk about it. Talk about your history of it. Talk about what you did before you did lawn care. So we'll do a complete interview on you and everything. We'll have a bunch of people come in. I think he said Ontario, Tar Heel. He said what part of Canada, Chris? So I got a pretty good memory, of people in my channel and, where they're from and all that. I have a hard time, with some, but somebody way up there, it kind of brings on a little attention or whatever. You kind of remember stuff like that. So, but guys, we're at 2 hours in. It's been a great one. Sorry Vane came in late on this and or whatever, but like I said, I'm going to try to do one. Somebody just popped in here too. Some Owens, C.O. Owens, more of a rookie myself. How long have you been in business there, C.O. or Cohen's? What's your name so we can call you by your name? The kids' call is the 6th. Okay. Toronto. Oh, Toronto area. Okay, I got you. Toronto. See, I was a little off. Dang. That happens. Somebody just popped in here. I hadn't saw him or whatever. He said more of a rookie myself. So just new into the game and everything. So that's cool. But guys, thank y'all so much for being here tonight, man. I really do appreciate all y'all for sticking in. Man, we let these lives go and go, man. They go on for a long time, but I enjoy it. I can talk about lawn care all night long. I could talk about it long tonight or whatever, but I told everybody we're not gonna push it long tonight, and we might not on the Tuesday night lives than we do on the Sunday night lives. Sunday night lives, they kind of go off to about 3 hours, 3.5 hours, and that's a long time. It's a long time to talk, or come up with topics to talk about. That's why I like all y'all in here helping me out with that. So, guys, thank y'all so much. Tario, good night. Good night, Chris. Good night, Brandon. Good night, James. Good night, everybody else. Jeff. Good night, Tom, Ron, Matt. Everybody was in here. Good night, man, guys. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, peace. We see y'all on the next one. See y'all Sunday night, guys. Y'all have a good one.